Infants are subject to diseases.
幼児は病気にかかりやすい。
Infants are subject to diseases. Import goods are subject to high taxes.
輸入品は高い課税対象だ。
Import goods are subject to high taxes. He is subject to insomnia.
彼は不眠症にかかりやすい。
He is subject to insomnia. He is subject to the criticism of his colleagues.
彼は同僚から批判を受けやすい。
He is subject to the criticism of his colleagues. He is subject to colds.
彼は風邪をひきやすい。
He is subject to colds. He is subject to fits of anger.
彼はカッとなりやすい。
He is subject to fits of anger. Japan is subject to earthquakes.
日本は地震の影響を受けやすい。
Japan is subject to earthquakes. Men are subject to temptation.
人間は誘惑にかかりやすい。
Men are subject to temptation. My son is subject to ill health.
うちの息子は病気がちだ。
My son is subject to ill health. Children are subject to their parents' rules.
子供は親のルールの支配下にある。
Children are subject to their parents' rules. My sister is subject to colds.
姉は風邪をひきやすい。
My sister is subject to colds. Specifications and price are subject to change.
仕様と価格は変更することがあります。
Specifications and price are subject to change. My wife is subject to moods.
妻は気分に支配されやすい。
My wife is subject to moods. We are subject to the Constitution of Japan.
我々は日本国憲法に従わないといけない。
We are subject to the Constitution of Japan. Tokyo is subject to typhoon in summer.
夏場の東京は台風に見舞われやすい。
Tokyo is subject to typhoon in summer. The prices are subject to change without notice.
価格は予告なしに変わることがあります。
The prices are subject to change without notice. A man of strong will is not subject to corruption.
意志の強い人は堕落しない。
A man of strong will is not subject to corruption. The tomato is subject to number of diseases.
トマトは多くの病気にかかりやすい。
The tomato is subject to number of diseases. The arrangements are subject to change without notice.
その取り決めは予告なしに変わることがある。
The arrangements are subject to change without notice. The plan is subject to his approval.
その企画は彼の承認を必要とする。
The plan is subject to his approval. Everybody must be subject to law.
すべての人は法律に従わねばならない。
Everybody must be subject to law. Everybody is subject to law.
すべての人は法律に従う。
Everybody is subject to law. This country was subject to a neighboring country.
この国は隣国の支配下にあった。
This country was subject to a neighboring country. Everything is subject to the laws of nature.
あらゆるものは自然の法則に従う。
Everything is subject to the laws of nature. Are you subject to colds?
あなたは風邪にかかりやすいですか？
Are you subject to colds? I am subject to headaches.
頭痛が私の持病だ。
I am subject to headaches. That is subject to punishment.
それは処罰の対象になる。
That is subject to punishment. The price is subject to violent fluctuation.
この相場には乱高下がある。
The price is subject to violent fluctuation. I am subject to fits of nightmare.
私は時々怖い夢を見る。
I am subject to fits of nightmare. The plan is subject to your approval.
その計画にはあなたの承認が必要です。
The plan is subject to your approval. They are subject to rigid discipline.
彼らは厳重な規律に支配されている。
They are subject to rigid discipline. We are subject to change our plans if the president disagrees.
社長が反対したら我々は計画を変えざるを得ない。
We are subject to change our plans if the president disagrees. I was subjected to a domiciliary visit.
家宅捜索を受けた。
I was subjected to a domiciliary visit. He was subjected to insult.
彼は侮辱を受けた。
He was subjected to insult. His latest novel was subjected to severe criticism.
彼の最新作は酷評された。
His latest novel was subjected to severe criticism. She has been subjected to criticism.
彼女は非難を受けている。
She has been subjected to criticism. He was subjected to torture by the police.
彼は警察で拷問を受けた。
He was subjected to torture by the police. He has been subjected to license suspension twice for speeding.
彼はスピード違反で2回免許停止になったことがある。
He has been subjected to license suspension twice for speeding. The captives were subjected to humiliating treatment.
捕虜たちは屈辱的な扱いを受けた。
The captives were subjected to humiliating treatment.